So, hey, fellow noshers. Yes, I'm back. It's been a while since I've posted any content to this channel, but I have been doing snack reviews if you've been following my Wherever interview series. And if you remember last year, I was joined by my sister, Beverly Matthews. Wave and say hi. Yeah,
Hey.
there. She's actually still quite new to the video content scene, but you've been having a lot more fun with it, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You have, yeah, I mean, she did the snack reviews, and the story behind that I'm actually going to share if you haven't seen the thing is that every time I did a snack review, I would bring the thing over here opened and say, I just reviewed this. What do you think? And she'd taste it and tell me. And I think it's always fun to have the uh, feedback or opinion or whatever of somebody who isn't vegan and gluten free eating these things. And again, all these things we are tasting are going to be vegan and gluten free. And I'm still looking for interesting things to share. Um, this kind of what we're going to taste today to start out with came to mind because my brother in law, her
Mm.
husband, can't eat sugar. And there's so many people out there who can't, and there's all these different artificial sweeteners which aren't good for you, and sugar alcohols which have affect some people in a way we're not going to mention here.
Right.
And so I was nosing around and found something, and I guess it was called allulose, and I didn't really understand it all, but it's not a sugar alcohol and it's not a chemical artificial sweetener. So I ordered this. It is a company called Ooomph. Now I don't
Mm.
and some of the reviews are really good, which to me almost doesn't mean anything because tastes are so different. And there were three different flavors, at least in the pack I got. So we're gonna sample those and see how it goes. Now, unless like the texture or something is really excessively off-putting on the first one,
Yeah.
we'll move on to the other flavors.
Right.
Does that sound good on that? So yeah, let's start with peanut butter. And so I always joke this has individual candies in it, but this is the big nosher serving, right?
Right.
We always joke and say the package, that's the serving. And it opened. Applause, applause. Yay. What is that?
My phone ring.
Vibrations. Good vibrations. Okay. Well, that looks like a peanut butter kiss.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel now. Good heavens! It's like you want to warm it up in your hands a little almost.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Kind of
stiff.
still.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm smelling peanut butter a little. What are those candy? The peanut butter kisses or whatever that they come in the black and orange paper.
Yeah. It's like
Uh,
taffy,
on
but it's got peanut
Halloween.
butter inside.
All right, so I am not going to pop the entire thing. I don't want
Nor
to have
am
my mouth
I.
stuck together. So here we go. Oh. Well, considering it's actually a lot less sticky than I thought it was going to be.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm actually surprised.
Me too.
Hmm.
It actually tastes like roasted peanuts.
I'm still getting the memory, if you like those peanut butter kisses.
I do.
No, I do too. Most people, I know that's one of the ones I go, ugh.
Yeah, I'm getting that too, but like I said, it almost tastes like they've roasted the peanuts before
Mm-hmm.
they've
Hmm.
because I'm tasting the roasted, you know.
And
It's
it's,
good,
yeah, it's really chewy.
but not as chewy as I
I
thought it
thought it
would
was going
be.
to be, yeah, not as hard to chew as I thought it was
Right.
going to be. Um, And one of the things too, if you're familiar, if you don't remember, I like to use my friend Rick Garrett. Check out he's the tenderloin guy. He reviews tenderloins on a blog. And also, I think he still has a snack review channel, so check him out. But he came up with the idea of doing 1 to 5 bites.
Hmm.
And even though I'm going to say it's good, and I probably wouldn't buy it again, though, for myself.
Yeah,
So I would give it a 3.
I would too. You know, I'll probably finish this piece
Yeah.
after the video.
Yeah, I don't want to but I don't know if I would buy it again. I mean, just because something I would buy again has to be something it's like I'm biting into it and it's like, oh my gosh, I want to eat this constantly.
Right.
Okay. The next one, sea salt caramel. Let's see. Hmm.
Which is not a favorite flavor of mine, so we'll see how that
Oh,
goes.
mine either, actually. Believe it or not, I am not a fan of it. And it's, again, it's one of those things you ever have somebody, well, you haven't tried it on this or you haven't
Right.
tried it on that. I'm like, oh. No, can we just not like it
I do like it in one thing.
what's that?
Um, it's the Ghirardelli's dark chocolate
I'm already smelling it.
squares with the sea salt caramel inside.
Oh, okay. But you know what? I'm already smelling it and I haven't opened it.
Yeah, I can smell the caramel.
Yeah. And
These are a bit harder than the peanut butter.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess it smells like caramel.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, oh, that's really kind of hard.
Well, it's a little stickier than the other one.
Oh,
Well, probably because it doesn't have the peanut butter to.
and it's very salty.
Hmm.
Mm.
I'm not getting the salt.
I'm not getting any sweet.
Hmm.
Oh, and there's like pieces of salt in it.
Well,
I'm getting like pieces of salt.
I haven't gotten
Oh,
that. No, now I just did.
way too salty.
Now, what's interesting though
Mm.
is if you are vegan
Mm.
and missing caramels, this is the texture.
Yeah,
I could, I mean,
I have to. I have to drink water because that to me was not good.
that one. Hmm. And
That one I will not finish.
oh,
So I give it 1.
that one, I'm still on a 3 with that. It's not horrible to me. Or I definitely wouldn't get it again.
And I like salt, but that was way too salty.
I'm not I'm not picking up. That's odd because, again, I think it's a testament maybe to how things are mixed or batched or something,
Maybe.
where more salt ends up in one than the other.
Yeah, because that tasted totally like salt. I did not get any caramel. And I
Huh.
did not get any sweet at
Well,
all.
I've still got the aftertaste of caramel.
Mm.
Okay, so here, this is dark chocolate.
And dark chocolate is one of my favorite flavors.
Mine too. And I don't know if this is going to be like Tootsie Roll or what. Now, I know we've talked about it though, because we were talking about the interest in sugar-free because of your husband, but obviously these are too chewy for him
Yes.
because he can't.
Oh. That's got the same texture as the caramel did.
Well,
So let's see.
because there's no peanut butter in it but it's definitely dark.
Oh, it really smells like dark chocolate, yes.
Yes, it does. Okay. Ah. Does taste like a Tootsie Roll.
Mm.
Mmm. Mm.
Mm.
It's the chocolate. I'm going to say this.
Mm.
The dark chocolate in it
Mm-hmm.
is dark.
Yes,
dark.
it is.
Okay. So if you like semi-sweet or you like dark chocolate, but you don't like it dark, you might not like this.
Yeah. Now, if you don't like the 75 to 80% chocolate bars, then yeah.
These for me are all lining up as 3s. I don't know that I would ever go out of my way to buy one again.
Yeah, and I would finish this one.
Okay.
So I'll give it a 3.
Which is interesting because, I don't know. It's one of these things where I don't know what I was expecting. And that's always kind of a fun thing.
Right.
Because if you don't know, you don't have too many preconceived ideas. Yeah, that just is. That, like I said, that's really strong dark chocolate.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm going to try to get some of that out of my mouth because I actually do have something savory that I'd found. For us. Now, My favorite thing, again, is the end caps at Trader Joe's usually. But this was actually not on the end cap. This was just over, but it was something new to me.
Mm.
This was hanging. You know, when you're in the aisle, sometimes they have
The hooks.
the hooks and things are hanging on them, and you have to squeeze the thing, get it out.
Yeah.
This was on one of those. And this is Papadum's lentil and chickpea crisps. And I decided actually, if I like them, that it might be good to get hummus or something to dip them into.
I have it with your Indian dinner.
Yeah, that too. So let's see. Now, this is why I always have the scissors. I don't know what it is. The Trader Joe's stuff will need to be Hercules to open them up. Um, I don't know. Are you getting an aroma of anything?
The packaging.
Yum! Yum,
Yeah,
yum.
sometimes you can smell the packaging.
That's not good news. Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, believe it or not, though, what I'm smelling is potatoes. So maybe they're
Yeah.
lentils, chickpeas, no, rice bran, baking soda. Okay. I'm smelling potato.
Mm.
You know, like when you get a can like Pringles or something, you
Yeah.
open the can. All right. Well, they're not as crispy as I thought they were going to be.
No.
They're kind of flat.
Mm. I'm getting some good flavor on the back end.
Mm.
I think it's the chickpea.
Yeah. Well. Hmm. But the whole thing is kind of falling a little flat for me.
Yeah.
I don't. It's one of those things. I guess if somebody had them out and that was the only thing they had out. But this is one of the ones with high. I call it high hopes and.
Yeah, but I really like papadums. And this tastes nothing like a papadum.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the Indian spices in it.
Yeah, it does,
Like
and even though it supposedly has cumin in it, but that's all.
I'm not tasting
I'm not
it.
tasting it either. And what's interesting is I've had other lentil crisps or things like that, and they were crispier.
Yeah. It's very dry.
It's dry and it's in the back of my little crumbs of it are in the back of my throat.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a no, that's a one.
One.
Oh my goodness.
I might finish this piece though, just to.
Not me. And I'm just really disappointed.
Yeah.
I was expecting crispier.
Me too, and I was expecting a little more Indian flavor because they're calling it a papadum.
Yeah, what's interesting again is that we've talked about this even with ours that if the packaging says something, that's what you're expecting.
Right.
It says crisps. Now, I don't know. By nature, when you buy crisps, they're crispy.
Yeah.
Right? So, they're not soggy.
No.
And they're not squishy or soft.
They have a bit of a crunch, but not much.
But there's like no, I'm going to waste another one. See, it actually makes a snapping sound, and you can hear that.
But a snap is not crispy.
But I'm just saying that don't let that fool you, I guess. 3 points. So, yeah, luckily, Trader Joe's has a great return
Yes, they do.
policy. And, oh my goodness, that was...
Dry. It was just too dry.
It was dry and it was disappointing.
Now I'm tasting cardboard.
Yeah. You're right about that. That's weird.
Of course, I've never tasted cardboard, but it's what the cardboard smells like.
Exactly. Or it almost has that feel. See, my throat's going to be doing this all day now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I wouldn't even call it savory because there's almost no flavor.
No, none at all in that. We could probably talk about that one longer. So obviously that was a no, and we kind of rated a 3 on
most of
the, and you had one that was a 1.
Yeah.
But which was your favorite out of the candy?
I think the peanut butter.
Yeah, I would go with that too. It was easier. Some of it just because it was easier to chew. and the other ones were a little stiff.
Yeah.
I may, of course, if I tell him what it is, he'll decide before he tries it that he doesn't like. I was thinking of running the chocolate one by our father. In case you
Yeah.
don't remember the story, check out the story in the videos of he is the original Big Nosher, and
I don't know if you should give him anything that tough with his teeth.
yeah, but he's already been eating stuff like that. And I'm wondering too that if it's not if it's in a warmer environment for a little while, if it would.
Maybe.
But he was eating. There's a candy. It's called Reason, Reisen,
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
and those are chews.
Oh, and they're very chewy, yeah.
And he just ate a whole bag of those.
Okay.
And he wanted Tootsie Rolls, so and he likes dark chocolate a lot, so maybe I'd try one of those out on him. I'm I like I said, it's not something I buy again, and I don't know. I may go ahead and put aside from this, I may put like a written review of
Right.
that on there. And so I guess that was a lot of fun again. I
It
enjoy
was.
that. And I'm going to be trying to have more content for you on this channel coming up. And you'll see Beverly again. And I've got some people who've stepped forward and said they'd like to do the snack reviews. So when there's not going to be any like consistent content, maybe when I find something interesting that we can review, because I'm not going to bring stuff that we are excessively familiar with. I
Right.
think we want to have new tastes, new adventures with it, and keep noshing. You can order copies of my dessert recipe books by searching the titles at your favorite online bookseller, or email migdalor@aol.com to learn how to get signed copies directly from me. See you next time, and keep noshing.